Hello, welcome back to another installment of us building this big recording studio here in southern Sweden in this big old Swedish cow barn. As you can see, this place is really filling up very quickly with stuff and I need to start organizing it. So this week I'm going to build a big storage cupboard. I'm still kind of ironing out the design. In my head it should be something a bit like a little bit of kind of Memphis group, sort of 80s wackiness with a little bit of kind of, I don't know, kind of gothic. I don't know. I've got some ideas. I've done some sketches. It'll probably keep evolving as we go through the week, but I'm very excited about it because I'll finally be able to organize some of all this stuff, and B, because I think it's going to be a real feature in this place. So this cupboard is going to be for, I think, microphones, cables, guitar pedals, stuff like that. Like, I'm going to do some drawers in it. It'll have doors on it. It's a cupboard, but it will have some drawers, I think, inside. I kind of like that sort of thing, you know, where you have a door that opens and then there's drawers inside that you pull out. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. So please subscribe if you haven't already, and let's see what happens. I've already started organizing the booth. I say organizing, I've put some keyboards in here and hung 2 more guitars on the wall. But yeah, it's starting to come together, starting to come to life. It's really a cool room. Okay, the first thing I've done is I've blocked off that lower bit of wall, insulated it. You're never going to see it, it's going to be behind the cupboard. And I have screwed down a kind of base plate thing. My plan is that I'm going to build a series of boxes along the bottom. I'm going to try some kind of funky angle thing. It's kind of hard for me to explain because partly I don't fully get it myself, but yeah, I'm just going to build some boxes and then set them on there, screw it all together. We'll have to see. Yeah, sorry it's so vague. It's going to be cool though. Actually, this week is kind of interesting because we have received our first kind of free stuff through this YouTube channel, which is some dust masks made by Basecamp. They kindly sent us all a set of dust masks, so I'm going to try them out and I'll let you know what I think. I don't know if this is the way this channel should go. I feel a little bit kind of weird about taking free things, but yeah, we don't have a very good dust mask situation at the moment. Ferdy basically refuses to wear one. But I'm going to try it out and see what I think. But thanks Basecamp for sending us these masks. Okay, I've been experimenting a bit. What I really wanted to use some of this wood, which we took to the sawmill a few months ago. There's ash over there, and there's some kind of like bog oak kind of stuff here. And I really want to try and use this stuff in this project. I also have this plywood, which I traded for the old roof sheets, the old corrugated galvanized metal roof sheets. So this could be kind of cool because the ash was from a tree that fell down in our garden. The oak was also just found next to that fallen ash tree. So maybe I can do this, nearly this whole thing kind of for free, materials wise. The mask is pretty nice. It's a little bit small. I've asked them if they can send me a bigger one. I have quite a big face. But yeah, so far so good. Ferdy's just sawing in there, so it's very loud. But I'm waiting to go into the workshop. I'll show you what I've got done so far. Okay, so I have cut up some of the plywood. For ages I was trying to figure out how to do the kind of funky angle on the front, but I think I'm actually just going to add that on afterwards. It's just going to be like a decorative thing, because I think making cabinets like this with without everything being square is a massive headache. So basically my idea, I have a sketch here. This is not going to make much sense, but yeah, I'm just going to build boxes now and sort of start to kind of put it all together. So I've got like a kind of carcass frame done, and then I'll see about the doors. Oh yeah, the doors. So I took some of that ash and I planed it down, put it on the table saw. It's very beautiful wood. It's really cool. So I think I will make the doors out of ash. They will have little green windows in them, so it will be like a sort of shaker style door. With, instead of panels, it'll be green perspex. And then maybe I will stain this dark and oil it. Let's see. Okay, I've made 4 of them, and I've cut a little notch at the back, and I have started to tidy up the cabling that was all kind of flapping about here. So now what I will do is I will screw them all together as one unit, and then I will put a top on, I suppose, or maybe then I will try and figure out what to do over here. Yeah, but this is going to be good. Okay, sorry, jumped ahead a little bit as usual, but not so far. What was I doing last time? Yeah, so I've joined all the pieces together, all the boxes. I added a little strip here and along the bottom so that we now have an even thickness all the way around. As usual, I'm kind of making it up as I go along a little bit. So my current plan, you can see I've also done this. I've made the little mic panel with a couple of shelves underneath it for, I don't know what, like some kind of XLR converters. There's a little panel here which will have some cables hanging in it, like some little whatever converter cables or something. So these end bits will be covered with the same fabric as below the bench everywhere else in here, and same at the end here. I'll make a little access panel here so that I can get in here to this wiring if I need to. So there'll just be a little black plate there. Tomorrow I'm going to put the top on. I will add a little extra piece here in this level, so then the front edge will also be 2 layers thick, and then that'll be the same, so it'll all look very homogeneous. And yeah, I like it. I like that they kind of stick out from the front. I think I've kind of given up on doing the angle because that just seems like unnecessary. I think these look pretty cool. Yeah, so tomorrow morning I'll do the lid, and then I think I'll just keep building the carcass. I'll build the upper carcass, and then we can stain the whole thing black, do the fabricing, and then I can start on the doors. Hopefully I have time this week to do the doors. Not sure. Let's see what happens. All right, see you tomorrow. Okay, pretty nice. That feels very good, very solid. Now you may have been wondering, how on earth am I going to deal with this? I think the easiest way, and hopefully I'll be able to kind of cover it up later. I'm going to stain this all dark, I think. This is possibly just going to be stained black and oiled, because I think there's a bit of a kind of black, white and gold kind of motif going on in this studio. And I think with the green, kind of glowing green windows, it will look pretty cool if it's black. So this is probably going to be black, so I think I can hide joins and things. It's not ideal, but you know, I don't have much money, so I've got to use what I've got. And I think, because obviously I need to avoid there being a gap around this, because the last thing you want is to drop a little headphone adapter or a wedding ring or something down a gap. So I've got to get this quite tight, but I think I'm going to have to do two pieces, obviously. It's a shame to do it at the front, because then you're going to see the join very clearly, but it'll definitely make it easier to get the two halves in and be able to scribe it. Okay, I'm just going to fiddle with this for a while. Okay, sorry, that was very hard to film, but I've used the offcut from the other side as a kind of template to kind of roughly start, and I just have to go like I did before, just bit by bit. But first I'll cut this. Okay, I would say that is the bottom carcass finished. I've added a little strip across the front here, so that's double thickness. I've ordered the draw runners. I think my plan is that at the top of each of these there'll be a door here, but inside the door at the top of each one will be a drawer which could have like guitar pedals in. I think that would look pretty cool. And then at the top, I'm going to build the top thing next. That will have drawers at the bottom of it. So you open the door and then there's a drawer at the bottom. I think that kind of makes sense. And that can be for kind of mic clips or like microphone related stuff. Yeah, I'm very happy with this. I think it looks really cool and like really solid. So now I will measure up for the top bit and cut some more plywood. Okay, sorry, I think I jumped ahead there a bit. That's in. Hopefully this is stiff enough. Seems to be all right. So it's fixed to the wall. It should be all square. It's looking good. So what's next? I'm going to add a little piece in here so that that's the same thickness as everywhere else. I think I'm going to do some sort of like headdress kind of thing for it, because it could definitely be a bit taller and a bit more ridiculous. Cool, all right. Okay, Elsa has started staining it. I am trying to figure out if I'm going to use this bog oak or whatever it is that we found in the garden. The trouble is there's hardly any pieces which are actually flat. It's all kind of just warped so much. The other option is to use the ash and just stain it. I'm talking about for the edges here, by the way. I'm going to glue on a kind of piece of wood onto the front of everything. This would look cool. The oak as a kind of, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's a lot more work, but it is kind of cool that it's sort of wild looking. Okay, let's see. Right, it's all stained black. Yeah, don't panic, it's going to be cool. We're going to paint the wall black at the back as well, or maybe purple. I have some purple paint which I bought ages ago. Maybe that would be good. Anyway, so I have been experimenting with the kind of weird black oak stuff. And what I've ended up with is a bucket of, they're kind of like Jenga pieces. And there's something about the idea of doing like a kind of mosaic kind of thing. Gluing all of these onto the front here. Ferdy and Elsa didn't seem blown away, but they didn't hate it either. I think it's kind of cool. I think it's going to end up looking like it's made out of stone or some kind of something from the seabed, you know. Ferdy said driftwood, so yeah, that sort of thing, like a kind of shipwreck thing. And I think with the green glass, all these windows, I think it's going to be pretty unusual and interesting. Okay, there you go. It does look cool, actually. Yeah, I'm happy I did this. It's going to look kind of, when it's all sanded down and oiled, I think it's going to look really cool. Right, so next I'm going to figure out how to make a nice frame for inside these windows, like a little kind of piece that can glue in there or glue and screw in there, which will hold the glass. Yes, so I think I'm going to have to use ash for that, maybe oak. This is kind of beautifully wonky now, this thing. Yeah, so by the end of the day I'm going to try and have that sorted out, and I'll prepare the wood for the door frames. Okay, so now I'm roughly cutting everything from these long pieces. Some of them are not totally straight, although they're pretty good. So I'm roughly cutting them, trying to kind of cut, if there's a little bend, I'm trying to cut on the bend. So that kind of gets rid of the bend, really. But they're pretty good. And then I will joint them on top of the planer here. And then I can thickness them. I think it should be okay. It's such beautiful wood. I can't believe this was just growing in the garden. And now, here I am making doors out of it. Okay, I've been experimenting. There's the router table. Don't use that very often. I've made some beading, but basically I've cut a little rabbit on these strips here. It's all a bit rough. I might remake these. But yes, not really much to show yet. Okay, I've jumped ahead a little bit. I'm now going to just fit this beading stuff inside these little windows, which is going to look very beautiful. Very cool. Wow. Had this in my mind for so long. It's great to see it. So I think that is it for this week. Might do a bit more over the weekend, but probably not. So yeah, on Monday I will probably sand down the front stuff, make that all smooth. Maybe Elsa then can oil it and I will make the doors. Maybe by Tuesday this could be done. By the end of Tuesday. I've got to make some drawers as well, but yeah, hopefully the doors don't take too long. Yeah, Monday or Tuesday. I mean, Tuesday or Wednesday. This should all be finished. Got to do the lights as well. Okay, maybe Thursday. Maybe this is a 2-weeker. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope this was enjoyable. It's really coming together in here. It's great to be doing this furniture stuff because then we can get this place organized and it starts to really feel finished. Okay, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Join our channel membership if you're feeling generous. Thanks to Basecamp for the mask. It's been pretty good all week. I'd say a little criticism, it's a little bit small, but it is really nice to be able to pull it on and off really quickly. So yeah, I think I'm going to put an affiliate link in the description below. Again, is this how this channel is going to go? Not sure. Let's try it. Okay, lots of love, look after each other, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.